8+ years of lifetime experiences, from the best ones to the worst ones, from the top of the world to the bottom of it, to the highest stages, to the big applauses, thousands of people clapping, to feeling so alone and left out of this world, and meaningful purposes, and all the money that you make are actually worthless. So this has been my 8+ years journey in network marketing so far. But the question is it really worth it? Stay till the end, because I'm gonna show you all the truth.
This is the fucking life.
Unlike what everyone tells you, this industry is actually a very hard and complicated, and in Spanish we say tramposa. It means like it's a tricky industry on one side. Why? Because when you join, you think they pitch your dream, but when you get into the real action, it's like running a marathon without being equipped. But you have this dream because someone pitched you that as soon as you run the marathon, all your life is gonna shift. And then it's not that it's not true, because the promise of the industry, it's real. You have to get this tattooed. The promise of the industry, it's actually real. Like, you can live that life, but you're starting your marathon unequipped, and you have to figure out things while you go. The deep and tough question would actually be, would have you joined if someone told you all the hardship that you are gonna be facing? Like, very conscious and mature people would tell you, yes, of course, because that's actually what I want, and that's actually how I present. I present both sides. I don't present this as easy and your job or the current economy situation as hard, you know? It's just about two hards, and you need to pick the one who's gonna give you the better perspective. But most probably, if I presented to you this opportunity saying, hey, look, man, you're gonna be having to work probably 18 hours a day. I'm talking to the hard ones, the driven ones, so the ones who have dreams. 18 hours a day, most probably the first year you're not gonna make money, or you're gonna make money, but after 3 years, maybe you're back to the beginning, because this is a building and rebuilding business, and you're gonna lose friends, and most probably this is gonna happen, and that is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen. 99% of people, they would be, I got something to lose and very few to get, and in the middle I have all these crocodiles. So it's better if I don't jump, because the probability of success are so little. So these 8+ years in the industry have been very complicated, lots of casualties. You lose friends, you lose people, you lose leaders, because maybe they think it's not more for them, and there's something else attracting them, some butterflies, and you work 18 hours a day. And I almost died on flights. I used to take almost 130, 140 planes a year. Can you believe? Building teams in South America, North America, all Europe and Africa and this and that. And you build and you build and you build. And sometimes you really think, watching another ceiling of a different hotel, if this is all worth it. And this is maybe the same question you're asking yourself. Is it really worth it? What's Giorgio's take on it? Today I'm gonna give you the full truth in a brief way, so you can get out of this video and understand that the path you're gonna be living, and I lived, is the only way to live this life. But stick to the end. Winding all the process I went through, and all the hardships I just mentioned you briefly, and you can add more and more and more and more, such as not doing the things you maybe are supposed to be doing, to enjoy your life, sacrificing and all these things, unwinding the process. I'm asking, is this really worth it? And I don't only unwind, but I also look at the future, and I look at the present, and I compare myself with other people who are in the same age of me, or they are friends of mine since back then, and after these 8+ years, they are doing a different thing. And I look at them and I compare myself to them, and I realize a big life lesson, which is, also they have lost people. Also they have had many casualties. Also they have gone through bad things. Also, they had to face the reality of life and how hard it is to make money, for example. Also they. So the big life lesson is everyone loses people. Everyone faces hardship. Everyone goes through the same life treatment. But the beauty of doing it with an intention is that it's you filtering out and sorting out what you want and what you don't want, following certain specific parameters of personal development, sales, and success. In this industry so far, I've made more than 5 millions, which is a lot of money because it's not when people say, for example, oh, this month I made this month I made that in other industries, because in other industries you have a lot of costs. For example, if an agency owner tells you, oh, this month I made 1 million, yes, but how much is the real profit? The beauty of network marketing and sales in this specific industry is that you have all the margins. I mean, of course, maybe you need to pay for a tour. Yes, maybe you need to pay for a hotel. But if you do it correctly, it's like 85–90% of what you make, it's actually yours. If you are smart enough, and in other videos in this channel, I explain to you what is the financial structure that everyone building this business should have in order for them not to go broke. Because the ugly part of this business is that if you make money and you're just stupid and you are basically building based on hype and flexing, you're gonna use that money, spend that money, don't invest that money, spend that money to impress other people to get them into the business. But if you do this business correctly based on value, like I'm doing right now, actually what happens is that you save a lot of the money, and it's a very liquid industry that allows you to build other assets. So my brief take on it is that yes, it's absolutely worth it to build this business heavily. I know there are some people watching and they will be watching that are like only here to make 1,000 a month, 1,500 a month, whatever. But if you're someone who's actually driven to make a lot of money, yes, it's worth to go through all that pain, because actually it's not pain, it's life lessons. And matter of fact, if you're someone who is building big and wants to go to the next level, if you're someone who already has experiences, but maybe you're lacking some guidance and you're lacking some leadership and you're lacking some systems, definitely drop me a message here in the comments, text me on Instagram, let's get together, let's connect, because I can definitely help you to go to the next level. But before you log out of YouTube because you think it's worth it, listen to these 3 big conditions that you need to have to make it worth it, because maybe if not, you're gonna start thinking it's worth it without these 3 conditions, and 5 years from now you're gonna send me a DM saying, hey Giorgio, you told me it was worth it, but look where I'm at right now. So listen carefully to point number 1, point number 2, and point number 3. Point number 1, it's you need to begin 100%. You cannot think to skip steps, cut corners. If you really wanna make it worth it, you need to believe, you need to connect yourself with your higher self, with your future self, with God, with the universe, and say, this is my place, I'm gonna place my roots here and I'm gonna build heavily. If not, it's not gonna give you back 100%, but God knows when you're really giving 100%. Condition number 2, you need to be connected with the right leadership. This is so important. I've seen so many people being screwed up about some people in the industry. So you really need to check and audit these people, and how you do it with this. If you feel there's heart, if you feel there is passion, if you feel there's no manipulation, that's the place you're gonna go. Third condition, super important, it's to pick the right company. Of course, I always tell people the first company you never choose. And you fall in love with that company even though you never chose it. Isn't it funny? Yes, it is. Sometimes people got lucky and pick a company that is actually amazing, because amazing company, amazing services, amazing products, amazing leadership. But 90% of time, 95% of the time, this is not the case. So it's important for you to, if you're not joined yet, audit leadership and check for good companies. Because if you pick the right company at the get-go, man, it's gonna do so much of a difference. So guys, if you're building network marketing, let me know here in the comments if and how things are going, if it's worth it. And remember that sometimes and oftentimes it's not about the money you make at the beginning, but it's about the personal development, because we never make more money than we are as a person. So invest in yourself, and I know for a fact that majority of the income is an emotional income at the beginning. Not for everyone. There are people who join and make so much money immediately, but it's because they come from an upbringing of a certain degree. So if you're not, stick to the plan, stick to it. I have so many videos in this channel. I'm gonna help you so much, but please make yourself a favor, keep investing in yourself, because this industry is gonna reward you times 10.